the WWE Network Spotlight line, one that I kind of missed out on. A little Mr. McMahon action figure that'll fit pretty well into an Attitude Era collection. Kind of his ring gear appearance. One that kind of spans quite a lot of time. I'm not sure what exactly it's supposed to be representing here, so we'll kind of talk about that, take a close look at the figure as well. Because on the back of the box, we're talking about the Royal Rumble of 1999, which would take place at the beginning of the year. So do keep that in mind as we open it up, because he does come with a WWF World Championship that he didn't have at the Royal Rumble, and it wasn't on the line at the Royal Rumble at all. We'll take a look at Vince himself. Great expression here. So not a facial printing one, a little earlier release, so a little cartoony almost, but pretty fitting for him. And he's shredded, just like when he came out for that Royal Rumble, all oiled up. He has kind of the pants that are actually still fully super articulated. The Elite style, even though they're not just normal legs. Actually, I kind of like these better. They feel a lot more solid because of the thickness than kind of the bare legs of a wrestler that's in like wrestling tights. But maybe a little less ankle movement since we have kind of the pants at the bottom. But he comes with his big old sweatshirt. It's like even fuzzy. It's not like the usual material. It really is like a sweatshirt. Because at one point in that match, he put on his big old sweatshirt for some reason. I don't know why. So it was definitely always a look of Vince when he'd get in the ring. He'd have this great big shirt. I don't know why he would. He just would. But back to the belt, which he would actually win the title of his own company way later in that year against Triple H. But that was way later, like September or something like that in the year. But he wasn't wearing this attire for that match either. But he would don this attire again when he fought Triple H at Armageddon at the end of the year of 1999. So a strange figure because they included the belt. So it's not strictly just the 1999 Royal Rumble, and it's not really about the night he won the belt either. So this kind of works for the Royal Rumble appearance or his match with Triple H at Armageddon, famously about Stephanie, even though she just betrayed her own father and joined up with Triple H that night. So I didn't have a Vince McMahon for like my Attitude Era collection. He was always a huge part of it. Don't have a suited figure or anything right now, but I always like collecting the ring gear more than anything anyway. So this is kind of cool having a ring gear Vince McMahon. An earlier kind of release, so we don't have like alternate hands or anything. He just kind of has the fist and one open hand. In my millionth Attitude Era style World Championship. But that'll be handy handing out to all the famous champions of the time period. Not so much Vince, but technically he was a title holder in the history books. But Vince was always meddling in everybody's business in the Attitude Era, so he's going to fit in quite well with everybody else, with the sweater or without, showing off his big workout body. He did always stay fit. He was always into fitness and the muscular appearance. If he was getting in the ring, it was definitely all about the story and drama and not about any technical wrestling skill that Vince was displaying at all. A lot of no disqualification matches, so he could, punch you in the balls, hit you with chairs and such, and mostly have his team of the time interfere on his behalf. But a big-time character missing from my Attitude Era collection, and I always show off all the figures I get for that. Right here, you can check them all out. See me build my WWF collection as well as WCW from the same time period, when it was heavy competition between the two.